What's happening, everybody out there, man? And of course, this is your man GIMO, aka Non-GMO, and I'm with
The Blue Phoenix. How are you all? And guess what y'all tuned into?
both
Both
sides of the
sides
coin,
of the
fool.
coin.
Yes,
So we
man.
have
So
a,
look,
pretty interesting show, but before we get there, how you doing?
man, I'm pretty good, man. Let's see. Had a bomb ass weekend. You know what I'm saying? Monday wasn't too bad. Um, Man, me and Brosa, we was out that jump. You know what I'm saying? Me, you, and him. We created a masterpiece. You know what I'm saying? Helped him bring his dreams to fruition. Um, in Happy Anniversary,
Yeah.
man, starring Tony
Yep.
Cobain and Fia,
Mm-hmm.
or what's her whole name?
Fanice Day.
Fenice Day. There you go.
You better get it right before she gets it.
Man, don't nobody want to hear that goddamn voice. I swear for God, yeah. Every time we look at the footage from that, I'll be like, yeah, ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell she can be my woman. I'd be
She
running around
gonna
that
beat you
motherfucker.
next time. She is gonna beat you so bad.
Hey, look, don't touch me. Don't touch me. But other than that, yeah, great weekend. Kept the hustle up, man. Hustle spirits. Yeah, it's been pretty dope. Yours?
Oh, it's been pretty good. Is this week has been weird with the kids in school, but and then I've been cranky today. It's terrible. I didn't really get no sleep last night. The kids kept waking up, not sure why, and so it was just weird last night. But I had to apologize to them. I just was cranky all day. But outside of that, I'm all right.
The hell you doing, Cranky?
I don't know. I'm not usually cranky. And so that's why I had to apologize because I've been kirking big time. I usually have more patience, and they just been looking at me like, "Dog, what is wrong with her?" But because they've been acting up all day, and I'm just trying to make sure they get their work done, and they just been acting crazy. And I'm like, "Look, get this shit done," and they just like, "Okay, this will be tripping." So
Well, it's about to be what, spring break, right?
not well for two of mine. My youngest two don't go on the spring break until the third week of April.
Hmm.
Yeah, because
Mine's
yeah.
you need to switch them over to Mo County schools, I guess, because my youngest, baby boy, he probably be down here next week or whatever. So he been acting crazy too. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Hey, listen, I don't know if it's the trees communicating with their sperm, okay, that has kids acting stupid because the older I get, this shit seems to like clog me up, and everybody out there, I probably sound a little bit more nasal, you know what I'm saying, than usual. But the trees are fucking again, y'all. And for some reason, the only people that seem to get energy from this shit are the youngest. Cause I swear for God, I am dying out this bitch. What's
Hey,
happening,
Zena,
Zena?
Zena.
Man, hey, look, I'm out here dying out this motherfucker. Y'all. Every time I open up a window, I get a sneeze attack. I be blowing my brains out. Pause. I be blowing my brains out, man. Real talk.
Did you really have to pause that? That could have been a representative of a gun or something.
Man, it sounds like, hey baby, hey Monty. It sounds
Hey,
like
Monty.
what's his name? That we was listening to Marilyn Manson when he took his rib cage out. He blew his own brains out, okay? All right.
Well, okay, never mind.
Recycling is what they call it, I guess. I don't know. You love yourself.
You would. You
Yeah,
would.
real
Ugh.
goddamn talk. But past that, other than that, I've been trying to spread the love because evidently it's a whole lot of Asian hate out here amongst black people and visceral towards Asian people, and I can't fucking tell because they take all our fucking money back with all that fucking egg foo young and yakamine and all this shit that we be buying. Um, this is bullshit. You know
You
what I
supply
mean?
stuff and everything.
I mean, well, that's who we getting it from. You know what I mean? If the sisters will start growing their froze out here, hey, listen, we can make a deal. I'll start selling bundles of the real hair. You know what I mean? What's up, Star?
Hey, Star.
I'll start selling bundles of the afro, that real hair. But unfortunately, Our sisters got an
It's
addiction for
gonna
that.
come
For
with
that
natural
weed.
They're gonna come with natural twist outs.
Hey, they got them shit. Hey, they got them. They got them joints. Now they do have them now. But hey, look, they need to stop with this BS, man, of this joint trying to project and say that black folk have visceral towards Asian people. We honestly don't. I've never seen it. Except for when they tell you hurry up and get the fuck out their restaurant after they cook all that good mystery meat. Pause. So what you gonna do? You gonna sign language or you gonna talk? God damn it! Hey, look, ain't no shaking no head.
My head. I'm shaking my head.
I don't want to hear no shake. I can't hear you shake your head.
Look, you see me, damn it. What
this is a goddamn dialogue. Like? I ain't got time for all that.
What does shaking my head sound like? Okay, am I grumpy? Are you grumpy? Which one is it?
You're making me grumpy because you're miming.
I'm not making you grumpy.
I don't want to hear that shit. Well, I can't hear that shit, but I don't want to hear that shit. God damn it! You better stop it. All right, so what we got going on? What we got to put on the grill?
You want to keep talking about mystery meat and tree skeet and
the trees are fucking everybody.
All of that. Let's go into cooking with semen.
Oh man. Let's go into cooking with semen, everybody. All the ladies that's out there. Sorry, Monty, you're gonna have to hear this, but yes, this is part of life.
Baby, I'm sorry too. Goodness gracious. Well, anyway, you found an article, but it was something I saw on my feed talking about a semen cookbook, and it say 100 delicious recipes. No, she didn't put the shot glass. Cooking with semen, 100 delicious recipes. Right? Okay, so let me. Yeah. So the article you found was, I think, from 2015, I believe, but it's still relevant because I had never heard of it. So I'm gonna give you a few of the recipes. So one of the books was Natural Harvest, and it's called Semenology: The Seamen's Bartender's Handbook. That came out in 2013, and then the one that came out in 2008 was Natural Harvest, a collection of semen-based recipes. Right. So I'm going to give you a couple of recipes. I'm not going to give you the recipe, but I'm going to give you a couple of names.
You ain't giving me shit. But if anybody out there,
I'm only talking to you.
If anybody out there, minus my daughter, who would like to taste the semen cocktails,
you know what? I'm not giving out recipes. I'm just giving out names of recipes. Y'all can look them up yourself. I'm like,
shaken, not stirred, obviously dirty. You cheeky animal. Yes.
Oh my God. Shush. The first one is called a macho mojito.
Oh yeah.
I'm so mad about that because I love mojitos and I don't want to put no macho in my mojitos. Now we get ready to go into the obvious. The second recipe is for crepes and it's called creamy cum crepes. The third recipe is a barbecue sauce, so it's special S barbecue sauce. Hey DJ Slicky Woo Boo, yes, this is real. This is real. The fourth one is cum creme caramel, and the last one I think that was the last one that they.
Yeah, you be loafing. Hold on, you be loafing.
I'm loafing.
Because you be loafing, huh? Because you skipped over all the fucking ingredients, man. Look, you lacking.
I'm not giving out no ingredients.
Lacking tonight. Hey, listen, because I want to
give out ingredients.
I encourage you ladies because I encourage you ladies. I'm looking right at them, so I'm gonna go ahead and encourage these ladies to go ahead and get their minds right, man. Look, because y'all have a superpower, right? Y'all give away milk, okay? Well, now you can have in lieu of Asian hate. Let me give some Asian love. You can have the cream of Somyonggai, okay? And you can actually use them for creamy crepes. And guess how many tablespoons? They want 2 tablespoons of semen. So you got to make sure that whoever you touch is back the fuck up, okay? You got to withhold. You got to withhold for like a week or 2.
Well, 2 tablespoons is not a lot if you think about it. Depending on, it's not a lot. Depending on, you just got to know your partner. That's not a lot, though.
I'm just trying to figure out like what is the purpose, and I'm really looking up. I understand that there is a protein source because, in all honesty, the facts are that men, when we do when we do, I ain't eating that shit, bruh.
He
Hey,
said,
listen,
"Who's eating it?"
but
Hey,
when we
quick.
do orgasm, we actually do lose the equivalent of a
Mm,
stack of pancakes every time from that tablespoon to two
okay.
tablespoons. So it is evidently a great protein source. So if y'all women are ever stranded in the desert with your man or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you don't spit it. Okay, just keep that shit to yourself. Okay, we are a life giving fountain of youth, and yes, because there have been other applications for semen. They've done face
Yeah,
masks before.
hair. They've done hair. Yeah, conditioner. Yeah, they've done all of that. But
So
what they got
women,
to
late, go ahead. I'm listening.
what do that got to do with making meals with it? And do you know that if they're making recipes that men, I'm pretty sure, are eating them too.
I mean, of course, men are eating them. Probably not of my sexual status. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure men are
Unknowingly,
eating them.
probably.
You know what's crazy about this is that
Look, he's talking how can he contribute to the We'll talk later.
man, can you imagine? Hey, look, because we already talked about this or our show last year, but they have those stations in Korea where the men can go to the what is it, the head giving machine, right? So they stick their joint in there and it milks the men. So I'm trying to figure out, like, is this going to be a new thing? I mean, we are running out of food. It is going to be a shortage. I think that all you
Sweetheart,
ladies
hold
can
up,
have a
hold up.
healthy
Whoa,
dose.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
What?
whoa. They're not
Hmm.
saying eat it by itself. They're putting it in things. So shortage or not, they're mixing it with something. They're not saying just drink it. Well, I'm sure
I
they
can
are.
hear y'all.
They're
I
not.
can hear you ladies now. I can hear you ladies now. Somebody had Hennessy last night.
Yo, why did I say why I said that too? They're gonna be able to tell what they ate or drank a few days beforehand.
Can you imagine being the semen sommelier? Walking up with a bottle of like semen and be like, "This is the
They're
top
connoisseur
quality."
sitting there
Yes,
spinning it around. Oh gosh.
he
Hey
ate
Kiki.
pineapples for 4 months. This should be the freshest of the fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And then you got the malt liquor of semen. Then you got the man. This tastes like heroin. You know what I'm saying? Heroin semen, all types of shit. Yeah, drug semen. You get
Different
high off
colors,
of it.
different varieties, different
Like shit.
thickness. Oh, good God Almighty! Look, quick said, whose job is it to clean that machine out?
Hey, bruh.
Somebody got to scrape it.
This shit is weird. This is really sick, man. But like some of the ingredients and everything, I don't understand what's the purpose of 1 tablespoon in 1 cup of ketchup. Like why? Why? Women don't want to actually taste the actual flavor. Like, you know how white folks cook. They want you to
Well,
taste everything. They don't.
mm, most semen honestly really doesn't have a taste. I mean, you can have some people just like women be salty, it can not, but for the most part, it doesn't have a taste. So I'm not sure why.
Man, they need to make roll up semens for y'all.
What?
Like fruit roll ups. They that like yeah.
GMO.
I can see
You
that.
know.
Frosted semen flakes or some
What
shit
you
like
looking at, Star?
that.
No. So okay, so what now I remember, well, I'm not gonna say you because you've already announced that you like breast milk. But but it was an issue as far as breast milk. So which would you rather, which do you think would be more welcome? Breast milk or Skeety's treats? You know what? Breast milk or semen?
I think that breast milk would probably be more welcome because men can partake of it. Most hetero men, or we could partake of that. I've had relationships where women look at me and be like, "Why you can't go back down on me? Because I came in you, motherfucker. Like I'm not about to be lapping up my own shit." You understand me? And I think that there should be some insecurity issues about that situation, that situation, to where men do not sit around and lap up their own orgasm semen. I think that is horribly weird. And the fact that GI knows too much, you shut the yeah. Star gonna get on my damn nerves. Look, I don't understand the onslaught of women on this damn page, but yeah, whatever. But
Okay, so but it's
mhm.
okay. It's okay for us to do that, but it's not okay for y'all to do it.
let's do this. Let's put this to the test, okay?
Mm-hmm. It's
The
okay for
equivalent.
us. No, what I'm saying is it's okay for us to, after you pull out, go back on you, and which is us having you on us, right?
Y'all are
It's okay
machines.
for us. What?
Y'all are machines. Y'all can do multiple things. You can jump on the other side of the fence and go straight with women. Right? Y'all can have a whole year of just eating cats and doing 69s when each other
They
tickling
ain't
each
got
other's
nothing to
feet
do
and
with
shit.
eating
Y'all can do that.
our own
Shut
stuff.
up. I ain't done yet.
Okay,
Before I
excuse me. My
fight you.
bad. My bad. Go ahead.
A
Excuse
man
me.
cannot jump the fence and then come right back to women. Yeah, once you taste your own semen, you're done. You're fried. You're done. Yeah. How can you live with yourself after you pop a shot in your face? You know what I'm saying? Or you take a tablespoon and be like, I wonder. I just fucking wonder how my semen tastes. That's the voice that you would make trying to do that slum ass shit. I don't get it. I ain't never gonna try it. I don't never plan on. I ain't never gonna plan on. That's why when men masturbate, we masturbate with our mouths closed, okay? Just in case.
Yeah, you
Anything
don't
can
want
happen.
that.
Fuck no.
Like you throwing popcorn in your mouth. That was not
Yeah.
expected.
Yeah. We don't do all that.
Whatever.
It's always tight lip. Tight lip like shit. Just in case. Eyes halfway open, just in case. Shit has happened. Weird things have happened, okay?
Yo, I'm not even playing with you today. I'm not even. Okay,
For
so
real.
what about? Okay, we said female squirt and semen are two different things. It is two different things, but what I'm saying is, if it's okay for us to pull you out of us and put our mouth on you with us on it,
Yeah.
why is come drizzle popcorn?
Yeah, I think that would be the best seller right there because it would come out, you know what I'm saying, kind of like caramel, like a topping
That's
like
if they
caramel
do it with the
color.
sugar. If they make it with
Yeah.
the sugar.
Or praline, you know what I'm saying? They can make
Mm,
sea praline, semen praline. That might be delicious for y'all. I think it'd be a healthy snack for women. I don't know.
a healthy snack.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm.
We are gods too. You know what I'm saying? We
You are
do have
God.
gifts. You know what I'm
Y'all do.
saying? You can shoot your shit like Spider-Man if you keep your prostate healthy enough. I don't know. The older I get, the less that shit shake. Hey, Monty, close your ears real quick, baby. My daughter on here listening. Hey, look, hey.
I think she knows everything about what we're talking about. She is fine.
Yeah.
Even though we don't want to taint your beautiful innocence, but I'm sure you know.
How she get here?
Your
How the
father
hell did
is
she get here?
Your father's GMO. You know a lot.
They called me Machine Gun Kelly back in the day. All in her mother's club, yo.
Oh my God! You painted her walls.
Hey,
that's what they say. You paint the walls.
Anyway, she said we need Jesus. We don't need Jesus.
What was that?
Women need sperm cookies. That's what the hell they need.
Okay.
But you were saying though, yeah.
Anywho,
if women, I tell you what, if women really did what men do, and y'all really ejaculated like we do, y'all would not do that back and forth shit. Like you wouldn't swap. Like you would never taste your own shit. You know, that's the weirdest shit, bro.
You don't know that.
But, you know what? I tell you what, I take that back because I have seen worse. I told you about the lady that liked to drink my urine.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
You
yes.
did.
There are some very crazy fetishes out here. And I think that it would have to be a fetish to look at yourself and be like, I want to taste myself.
I wonder what I taste like.
Yeah. Yeah. Do women talk about things like that amongst each other? Like, girl, I know what I taste like. Or yeah, on a bad day, I taste like the wolf because I ate a whole bushel of crabs.
I'm sure you're not just sitting there taking your finger and dipping and dabbing. No, we're not doing that. But you do know what you taste like if you kiss your man after you go down, he go down on you, or if you give him head after. I mean, you do know what you taste like. So this happens.
Yeah. Well, hopefully no man out here is accidentally knowing what he tastes like. Okay, ain't none of that. Star says she like licking people's sweat.
You like licking sweat?
Wow. That's a different type of fetish right there. What, healthy sweat or like unk sweat, like full court basketball, drinking 40 ounces all day?
I'm pretty sure during sex. Not
That don't mean they weren't drinking before. That don't mean cuz can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look, Sweat has a different perfume or bouquet every time.
It
like,
does.
It's not the same. Different pheromones. You know what I mean?
I know, Star.
I mean, Sweat is not that bad. Sweat is not that bad.
No.
And
everything that kind of depends on your diet too. You excrete, basically what you eat and drink. So
man, listen. Sweat can be very motivating when it's from another person dropping in your face. I know that shit for a fact. I know that for a fucking fact. I was at high school, y'all, and look, this story is going out to the rest of the world. And I've said this before, but let me repeat it one more fucking time. I was going for my max bench press of 350 something, some shit like that, right? In high school. While I am underneath this immense amount of weight, my coach, shout out to Coach Mo, best track coach ever, man, decides to drop Sweat square in my mouth. I maxed out my bench, y'all. I did that, motherfucker. I could have did it four fucking times. I was in that joint screaming like shit. Ah! Hey, y'all turned into the Hulk like shit. I'm like, get this shit off me, man. Get this shit off me. He talking about some, I'm fucking sorry, the old nigga. I'm sorry. I should never know what another nigga's sweat tastes like. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. So, Star, you can keep that bullshit. That was it. That is about as
well, she chose to do it. She licks them. She's not saying it dropped in her mouth. She just chooses to lick them. So I guess just like people who like to drink breast milk. It's a different thing.
I don't know. What are your fetishes?
A different thing. I like nipples.
Hairy nipples? Naked nipples?
No, I don't want to floss my teeth. Yeah, I like nipples.
I mean, you the healer though. So.
I like sniffing people. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm pretty adaptable though. I kind of like whatever the woman likes at that point, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Whatever their turn on is. Like I've never been one into like I have a specific want and desire. Like I gotta have your toe near my earlobe. Put that funky foot. Walk all day. I want to smell that blue cheese between your toes.
You want to lick it?
Hey, there's some weird fucking people out here. Huh? Like keep that thong on for a month. Let me smell that thong. Yeah, there's some weird people out there. But what else we got in the news, babe?
Oh my gosh. Since we were going from semen to parenthood.
Shout out to semen makers.
Semen makers and sharers. So it was something that came up about parents putting their kids out at 18. Right. As soon as they turn 18, they're kicking them out. Mm-hmm. And so you and I had a conversation about this, so we was going to bring that up. So what are your thoughts about that?
At first, growing up, dealing with baby boomers, their idea is that it's time for you to fly the fucking coop. And back in the day, early 90s, now I wouldn't even say 2000 because when 99 hit, shit started changing drastically. But prior to in the 80s and the 70s, you could do that. You can honestly do that. You can honestly go out here and make an honest living and not really kill yourself out here. You know what I mean? It wasn't that much of wasn't that much competition out here as far as jobs are concerned. It was more That's so true. Exactly true. Right. It wasn't the big tech age. So everybody you could work a decent gas station job. You could be a gas station attendant and make good money. People were still tipping back then. You know what I'm saying? Gas was low, prices were low. You can go, you could go to a store and buy some food for 50 cents. Now that might, it's just a big difference in,
that was a lot back then too, but still, like you said, it was easier to get a job.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I believe that now, with my daughter, and the rest of my children, if I went and got the house, being single, I went and got the house, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody living with me or anything like that, but I did it in the hopes that if they needed the opportunity to nest, you know what I mean? They could come home and really work hard towards something and save their money. that's the reason why. You know, I did it myself. I've never I made a decision to be out, but see, parents give a lot of ultimatums, baby boomers especially, to where you either got to be in college or you work.
Oh, you get the
You
hell,
know,
yeah, yeah.
or you got to get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Which I get, because it's hard to feed a guy that's my weight. Okay, but yeah, I believe that if you can prolong it as much as possible, and the child is doing something productive, you know what I mean? Then yeah, stay all you must. You know, ain't gonna be no fucking though. Ain't gonna be no fucking. Ain't gonna be no fucking.
None of that. No, hell
Yeah,
no. But I
your
agree.
opinion.
I agree. I was. Let's see. I didn't get put out, but I did leave. But I was working. So my dad, he did not play about that. We had to start working. So legally, I started working at 15. Before that, I was working with companies with the church doing catering and stuff like that. So when I started working at 15, I started paying rent at 15. Um, and I had to also help with the house, to help with the kids and blah, blah, blah. So I had a job and I had responsibilities. And my dad never did say that I had to move out, but I had my first child at 18 too, you know. And I was still in school and I was working. So it's not like I was just laying around doing anything. So I get what you're saying. As long as you are being productive and doing something, then there's nothing wrong with that. But if you just don't want to do anything, then you just got to go. You can't coddle them.
Right. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that's coddling. You know what I mean? In these days and times, what's up, son? Hey, look, in these days and times, the cost of living is way too much. Let's just think
now,
about this.
Yes, it is. Yes, it really is.
And we gotta think about this. We gotta put it in perspective, because we gotta look at the economics nowadays. You figure, even if you do tell your children to go to college, right? When they get out, they might rack up $85,000, $125,000 in school, tuition. That is a debt that is already subtracted from the average teen or the average 21-year-old that 9 times out of 10 are only making about $45,000 to $55,000 a year. And they have to pay Sallie Mae, Fannie Mae, and all those. If that, right? I don't know if, unless you come from a rich background and the parent is able to handle that. I see parents struggle all the time trying to make sure that their kids, go through school, and they end up in debt too. You know what I mean? For an oversaturated market of people that are full of college degrees. I think that children need to be sent to a trade school before they even go to college. Me personally.
I agree.
I think that every child's parent needs to spend the money, spend a measly $6,000 for HVAC, plumbing, mechanics, nail tech, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? So that then they can go to college if they feel like it. I don't feel that setting them out there in this dog eat dog world to struggle, you know what I'm saying, and be with so-called friends and so-called good people, for them to be taken advantage of just because you want to walk around the house in your underwear. You know what I mean? I don't know. You birthed them, you brought them here, fight for them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and I agree. I do agree. And I told my children that that they don't have to go to college. Because like you said, there's a lot of college graduates with nothing but debt. They can't find anything in their field. If their field, but there's a lot of degrees that they specialize. You've never heard of it. It's just kind of weird. So it's very hard for a college graduate to come out and be making money, like you said, unless they've gone into whatever their parents have, or they know someone that knows someone or something like that. But trade schools are great because you're always going to need that field. That field is going to be continual no matter what happens. You're always going to need a plumber. You're always going to need an electrician. You're always going to need somebody to do HVAC. You're always going to need these things, beauticians. You're always going to need funeral director. You're always going to need things like that. That's not a trade, but that's a career. And I think if we become more realistic, especially now when we're in the age of electronics and internet and all this access, but it seems like we have less now. We
I would
have
say,
more intellect, but and all that, but we kind of have less advantages in a way.
nah, these kids are a little slow. Excuse me, y'all. I can't say that word. I had to stop before I pinged
Now,
the
you
site.
caught yourself. I'm so proud of you.
I know, because that's such an old school word, and it doesn't mean what it means.
Yeah,
it just means that it's kids are a little different now, because they are really infatuated with television, and technology, of course, is controlling the mind. So the hard part about this generation and the generations to come, I got a 10-year-old and I got a 6-year-old. You know what I mean? The hardest part about this generation to come, which is going to be really rough, is that they feel like they can live this dream of being these tech gods, or you know what I mean?
YouTube stars and making all that money and stuff. Yeah.
Correct. And there's somebody out here that is making great money. You know what I'm saying? Being a plumber. These guys make money hand over fist. What is it? Roofers, things like that. It's the odd jobs that the ones that are on demand that children need to learn first. And I think that would be key to actually setting a child up for their future. If they decide to go to college afterwards, yeah, go ahead. You can afford it now. You know what I mean? But everybody's in debt, fucking around with a dream or something that is going to land you a managerial position at McDonald's, or some place that you don't want to fucking be to make 32 grand. You know what I'm saying? You just paid 85,000 for a fucking, you know what I'm saying, degree. So I believe that, we should take our time, really sit down with our children, let them cool out. You know what I'm saying? Let them sit there for a minute. I mean, after high school, I really didn't know what the fuck I was going to do. I jumped right into college, I went for graphics communications, print management, and I was in that joint still in high school mode. Like, I just seen all these girls. I was like, man, like, it's pizza and shit.
You just crossed over.
Yeah, it's arcade games and shit in the lunchroom. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I must up at the club. You know what I'm saying? I was up at the club. So I think that unlike wealthy people, their children get sabbaticals and they go abroad.
Yeah, they travel for a year or two before they go to school sometimes. And that's a good. I like that. If you can, or just let people stay home and let them figure out what they want to do. I think we should allow our children to do that. My case was I was already a mom. When I graduated high school, my son was at my graduation. So I just went straight into responsibility anyway.
Gotcha.
But I think if I hadn't been a mother at 18, I think I would have probably went away from college. But I actually wanted to do auto body and auto mechanics.
Yeah.
I was in auto body in high school, and then I got pregnant, and my mother called the school, snitched on me because I didn't tell the teacher, and they pulled my ass out.
And that's something. Hey, look, y'all would have been pulling up the mechanic Wheezy.
You know what I'm saying? And helping you work on your car.
Yeah. Either way, you're good at you know what? And that's crazy how the dualities of it. Like you heal people now, but you wanted to fix shit back then. Like it's something you're very nurturing, and I think that you like to see people make it out here. So that's me. On the other hand, I don't know what the fuck I did. I don't know what the fuck I was. I don't know who I was. You know what I'm saying?
You know, the funny thing is, before that, I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. So I just wanted to do stuff like that. But yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. So you just living another life a different way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, another life a different way. That is the same fucking thing. But you're living the same life a different way.
A different way.
Yeah, for shit show. For shit show. The pressures that my father put on me to get out here and get it. It wasn't as bad. I think it was an option. You know what I'm saying? I think it was more of an option at that point. Because I did try school. I hated that. I was working, hated. Well, no, I didn't hate it, but I just needed a break from all of this learning shit. Like,
okay,
I was one of those children that hated fucking school. I hated school. Like, it was dumb. You know what I'm saying? So
But
don't
you know,
know.
a lot of people, and it seems like the ones in here I'm getting that from, and I understand why, but it happens that way because you think you're learning, but you're really not learning. So it's more of an irritation and an agitation of push, listen. Write this down, take this test, blah blah blah. And so I get it. Your
Yeah,
brain
because
was tired.
I'm sitting over here with a fucking foreign exchange student that came from fucking India or China, and they up this joint using a fucking abacus like it's a fucking computer, easy. I'm like, bro, where the fuck did they learn math at like that? Like these idiotic teachers that I have already don't like me because I'm a black male. And then, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they're speaking another language. You know what I'm saying? And they just really didn't nurture a lot of the students, man. And that's the only thing about schooling. But yeah, y'all, I don't feel like I would rush my kids out. I actually be begging for them to stay home. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. But some crazy ass news, y'all. I mean, I don't want to dead in the moment, but we got to talk about this, man. You would never guess. In Cincinnati, a man, the authorities say, lived under a teenage girl's bed in her Ohio home for 3 fucking weeks. 3 weeks. Raping her, doing child pornography. The weirdest shit ever, y'all. The weirdest shit ever, man. I just don't even get
it. Hell.
Yeah, I don't even get it. I'm looking up the details and everything, but yeah. I think, dude, let's see. Yeah, they don't even know, like it's so fresh right now. Like it happened, the story came out today. So I'm not even sure. Hamilton County. So yeah, that's just some bit of weird information. There's been a lot of weird shit going on out here. And speaking of which,
how old was the child?
Let's see something. It was a teen. They're not disclosing that information. They're really not. They're not talking. Yeah, they're not talking about her age. So evidently, it's still an investigation. They said that she actually met the guy online. So we got another, to catch a predator type vibe. You know what I mean? So just to let y'all know, man, y'all cool the hell out. And also, oh shit. So I had posted something early this week and I wanted to put it out there for everybody. Do y'all know, what is his name? Not Mr., but a fashion designer. His last name is Nygaard. Let me see something. Nygaard. Let's see. He was actually Peter Nygaard. He was actually convicted not too long ago, but it's trending right now for actually impregnating women, preferably black women from the Bahamas, and forcing them to get abortions so that he could have stem cells because he thought it was the fountain of youth.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That shit is weird. That shit is really weird. That is the type of things that I'm talking about. Like, it just gets odd out here, weird, and women, stop looking for these fucking Rizaddies. These motherfuckers are sick. They will kill you, you know? They will fucking murk you out this joint, Joe. They will get you bad too. Phoenix?
I'm here. Yeah, stay away from the daddies, y'all. And it's like who he's after, where they could have been kind of like looking for opportunity. Manipulation is real. It is real, and a lot of us don't understand that, but it is real.
Y'all be running around this joint looking for that goddamn for that Prince Harry and shit. Fuck around, get Jeffrey Dahmer out this bitch eating your butt for real. Ain't that the new trend there? Everybody want their butt ate. That motherfucker gonna take a slice out of that
groceries.
He gonna put you in that crock pot. Y'all better motherfucking mind y'all business, man.
Mr. Mo.
Hell yeah. Real talk. Y'all better cool the hell out, man. But I thought that was very interesting. A lot of those things are considered to be conspiracy theories. And a lot of women and a lot of men lot of young black males and a lot of young black women don't even believe that shit like that is even possible. But you will and can be used as a science project if you haven't done your research. But yeah, just pay attention. All of these, and funny enough that, let me see, a lot of them were, let's see, teenagers. And I'm surprised that he even got convicted. But I think the guy, Chris Harrison from To Catch a Predator, has something to do with that. I think that they put that case together for like 2 or 3 years before they can actually get him, because they had to get the witnesses to cooperate. And so the women had to be brave enough to actually do it, you know? So, yeah.
Okay, let's come back from the dark side for a minute.
Indeed.
On a Wednesday. Speaking of advocacy, I bought one for my kids.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a real thing. Like, you know, that was the original calculator, but India, I think in India, they actually use it as they use it in a faster moment. And they have this thing where they count on their fingers, they do this, and they're able to calculate way faster than the average Texas Instrument.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that Americans
and their advocacies are huge. Some of them, I've seen some really, really big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's
online,
dope.
not in person. But
that's dope.
Yeah. Sheesh.
And so everybody out here, of course, the news that broke, we will be going way, way more in depth tomorrow. But we definitely got to touch on this. So your man, your boy, the man, the myth, the legend, the person that talks in third fucking person about oneself, Derrick fucking Jaxn.
Derrick,
I don't give a shit. I've never really heard dude. Like I've seen like viral videos of him, you know what I'm saying, doing that Steve Harvey Bama shit, trying to give away all the secrets and don't know shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, he just got caught up in some bush.
He got snitched on because what he did was last year. He got caught. I don't remember what it was, what he did. I think he ghosted the girl, but he got snitched on big time. Everybody is getting his ass, and it is. I didn't see their video with him and his wife, but from the pictures, it looked like she did not want to be there, and I just don't know.
It's not.
They are really going in on her. Like they are really going in on her.
I just posted a video of her literally on my page, y'all, so y'all can run to Giamo and check that out. But she is in her bonnet and an army fatigue long sleeve shirt with a saxophone behind her. And she is doing some awful, weird spoken word that makes no damn sense at all. Very, very uncomfortable and cringeworthy spoken word, y'all. And that's not to judge anybody, because if I get on here and do some shit, it's gonna suck too. You understand what I'm saying? But if you look at like some of the pictures and the stills, and even if you look at it live, he is holding her hand so hard, right? Her head, his body language is towards or inward to her. You dig what I'm saying?
DJ.
His body language is shoulder underneath hers and towards her. Her head and her body language is her energy is away from him. It sounds like, because he's one hell of a narcissist, that he might be laying hands on this girl. I'd be the first one to say it. I'd look at women's body language. She looks very uncomfortable. Like he forced her to.
That's what I think. He made her do it. Like they weren't relationship touching at all. Like husband and wife, she was just sitting there like, all right, I'm just here to do this. Don't touch me for real. But he was like really holding her arm so she wouldn't move. It was really weird.
Then the apology that he laid out, I listened to a little bit of it. I'm gonna go, listen to more of it. But he talked of himself so weird. Like the first thing about serial killers that you usually find out about is that they're narcissistic, or they have, they have those tendencies. And this dude, has that tendency. It's almost sickening to hear him talk. And women, which was his primary cash cow for all of these years, sat there and listened to this weirdo talk about bullshit.
every once in a while, maybe I think I posted something in the group earlier this year. I think that was the only time he said something that made sense. But for the most part, I never really liked him. Yeah, I never really liked Derrick Jackson. And it's so funny because I went on the Love thing, I think a couple years ago, me and my cousin Kiana. He was there, Ace Metaphor, TC, Terrell, and it was a couple of other gentlemen were there talking. And he just it was like looking at him, he was very stuck up, very arrogant. And he never really interacted with the audience. He just sat up on stage and said we had to do very kind of prim. And he just, once he was done, he walked out. He didn't interact with anybody. It was just really weird. So, yeah.
That's because he had bodies in the freezer. You know, when people are thinking about being serial killers and serial rapists and shit like that, their mind is in a whole nother place. They are scoping audiences and seeing who the fuck they can chloroform. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he must not have seen anybody worthy in the DMV area because all of us were there.
Yeah, these sisters up here a little different, bro. You might want to be careful. It's a little different around here, buddy.
We'll flip the script real quick. Your ass going in the freezer, baby. Nah.
Yeah, you give it the right one around here, buddy. You gonna be the fish. Hey, look, you gonna be the Chesapeake feeding these crabs that they abuse so goddamn much. You be like, damn, they plump as fuck this year. God damn, these some good ass crabs. But yeah, man, I mean, you know, the crazy part about it is that when Steve Harvey came out with Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman, or some shit like that, and then this guy here, yeah, damn. Yes, Zena, that shit is, dude is weird. I don't understand what good points a guy like that could actually have that women don't already know. Basically, a guy like that, if I sat up there and I fed the narrative of women, if I sat up there and I said, yeah, you know, all men ain't shit. You know, men ain't shit. And I'm gonna have a following like nobody's business, and I'm gonna throw some bullshit in there just to be like, all right, this for the fellas, the one asshole that I got that's listening to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is, how do women fall for the okie doke? The real men are really cheating on you right now. Like, the real men are right in your face. God damn it. Haven't we learned Steve Harvey sat up there and talked about marriage and all this stuff and then went out and got him a younger woman? Come on, man. Been married 3 times.
Why the fuck are y'all listening? Young, but yeah.
I mean, right after he came out with the book, he left his goddamn wife for a younger woman. Like, women are so easily misled. And then when somebody tells the truth, it's like, nope, don't want to hear it.
Well, that's because, like you said, they don't want to hear it. They want somebody who's going to second and third the way they feel. They want somebody that's going to, not all women, but the women that are not ready to look at themselves and just be accountable, or just like, you know what, he ain't right, or, you know, they want somebody who can sympathize with how they feel or their attitude, the way they think that men ain't shit, without making them look at themselves as to, well, why do you keep dealing with ain't shit men? So, you know, a lot of ladies who are not mature or ready to just get themselves together want that type of reiteration or support that I'm thinking the way I'm supposed to. That's why he makes his money. He makes his money off of that, because people that, you know, ladies that don't think like that don't pay him no mind. Correct.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Shout out to Derrick Jackson, whatever the fuck his name is. I hate the dude anyway. Shout out to him for getting brought to light. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you sit up there and you dog out everybody else for being human or making mistakes, your shit got to come to fruition. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's got to come out.
And the thing is, if he was more realistic and been like, you know, everybody makes mistakes. Yeah, this person did that, or this man did that, or this woman did that. I think he wouldn't be getting jumped on like he is, but he just really did not. He gave no mercy to anyone, any man rather. So they just coming after him big time. They really are.
He deserves it. All the women deserve it that come after women or come after men. I think all y'all deserve that shit. You know what I mean? But, you know, nobody sits around and talks the real shit. You know what I'm saying? About how we got here. You know what I mean? Like, what is the reasoning behind it?
You don't want to hear it. And that's funny, because another guy that does skits and stuff, he brought that point up. He said, in my skits, I actually talk about how we get here, what brings you to this place. I don't say that this person wrong or that person wrong, but in his skits, he will bring a scenario up and like dig a little deeper into it. And I think that's how it should be done. It shouldn't just be surface level blaming people, point, you wrong. I think it should be deeper because people need to go deeper. I think if people get off the surface or stop being so shallow, they can get themselves together.
Yeah.
But they're scared of the truth. The truth now is a sin.
Yeah. And just like Zena just said, crazy that he is still patting himself on the back. After everything that he's done.
Because he did a video responding to his lie.
Yeah, that's what sucking your own dick looks like. Like, remember we was talking about that earlier? That man loves the taste of his own semen. I bet you he's that crazy and that narcissistic that he loves the taste of his own cum. Like,
because he wasn't that buff at first. He done got real buff. He can't move.
It's called steroids.
He can't move.
So he could put that bitch on a tablespoon, and go ahead and mix it in his little cocktail. Because something else is gonna come out about that food. Yeah, he done when he got them steroids and got swole on y'all and shit. He became a stripper. You know what I'm saying? This is just like the preaching the pulpit, man. Women are the main audience for preachers and all that stuff before men are.
It's a power. Yeah, women are attracted to power. If you think about it, most men in the pulpit have a lot of women because he's the pastor. He's up there. He has power over the congregation. They're attracted to that. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been a dope ass show, man. I thank everybody for tuning in, man. I am your man GMO, aka Non-GMO. Every Wednesday, of course, you can catch us here at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tomorrow, of course, we got the big show, the greatest show, the best of the best, the creme de la creme.
Creme de la female.
Oh, come on now. Look, you pulling a me on me. Hey, look, don't do that shit. Don't do that shit.
I have to do it. I gotta do
it. No more cream for me. I don't fuck with mayonnaise. I already don't fuck with mayonnaise. Hey, look, I ain't doing nothing creamy ever again. Yeah, ain't no telling what these assholes putting in your fucking peanut brittle and your pecan ice cream. God damn, man.
Pecan, no, we need to put a pecan.
Man, fuck that. Hey, look, I hate it when I go to work and they have the white soap in the dispensers. I'd be like, yo, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, because the texture of it is so weird. Oh my God. I do. And I'm a girl and I'd be like, you know what? This is very suspicious.
You never know. You never know. Some sociopaths out here, man. It's fucking weird.
There's a lot of jerking to fill them things up, though. That is. But I'd just be like, why is it like this?
I can see some assholes sitting in the dark somewhere like, I saved up enough for a whole 4 years of soap products. I'm going to call it, Let's Get Jizzy.
You know what? You stupid.
Where can they find you at, Fady?
You can find me at the Blue Phoenix on Facebook and the Blue Phoenix Hills, and right where he said, right here on Wednesdays and tomorrow at the No Filter Show, and we will continue the Derek Jackson and anything else that we decide to talk about tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
at 8:30.
Oh yeah, man, it's been real, y'all. This is Both Sides of the Coin.
Good night.